what if everything you thought you knew about the sinking of the Titanic was wrong? What if there was a conspiracy to cover up the truth? One survivor's claim that an iceberg didn't destroy the ship has sparked a heated debate and raised questions that have yet to be answered. Join us as we explore this thrilling theory and uncover the secrets behind the tragedy of the Titanic. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the first to see our latest videos. Before we dive into the conspiracy theories, let's take a look at the official story of the Titanic's sinking. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England, to New York City. On the night of April 14, the ship struck an iceberg and sank in the early hours of April 15, with over 1,500 people losing their lives. The official investigation into the sinking, led by Lord Mersey, concluded that the cause of the disaster was the collision with the iceberg, which caused a series of holes in the ship's hull and led to its sinking. However, there have been many who have questioned this conclusion over the years. The conspiracy. The conspiracy theories surrounding the Titanic's sinking are numerous and varied. Some people believe that the ship was deliberately sunk as part of an insurance scam, while others think that it was sabotaged by a crew member or a passenger. However, the theory that we will focus on in this video is the claim made by a Titanic survivor that an iceberg did not destroy the ship. According to this theory, the Titanic was actually sunk by a German U-boat, which fired torpedoes at the ship and caused it to sink. The claim is based on the testimony of a man named Charles Joughin, who was a baker on board the Titanic and managed to survive the sinking. Joughin claimed that he was in the water when he saw a U-boat surface near the sinking ship. He said that he could hear the sound of the torpedoes being fired and that he saw the flashes of the explosions. He also claimed that he saw the U-boat's crew celebrating after the Titanic sank. The theory has been dismissed by many historians and experts, who point out that there is no evidence to support it. However, there are some who still believe that there may be some truth to Joughin's claim. The evidence. So, what evidence is there to support the theory that the Titanic was sunk by a U-boat? Well, unfortunately, there is very little. There are no records of any U-boat attacks on the Titanic, and no U-boat commander ever claimed responsibility for sinking the ship. Furthermore, there are many inconsistencies in Joughin's story. For example, he claimed that he was in the water for several hours before he was rescued, but other survivors reported that the rescue started almost immediately after the ship sank. He also claimed that he saw the U-boat's crew celebrating, but there are no other accounts of such behavior. Finally, Joughin was known to be a heavy drinker, and some have suggested that he may have been intoxicated at the time of the sinking, which could have affected his memory and perception of events. The alternative theory. So, if the theory that the Titanic was sunk by a U-boat doesn't hold up to scrutiny, what other explanation could there be for Joughin's claim that an iceberg didn't destroy the ship? Well, there is another theory that has been proposed, which suggests that Joughin's claim may have been a result of confusion or misinterpretation of events. According to this theory, Joughin may have witnessed a different ship sinking, rather than the Titanic. This was a time when many ships were crossing the Atlantic, and it was not uncommon for ships to pass each other at sea. It is possible that Joughin saw another ship sinking and confused it with the Titanic. Another possibility is that Joughin may have been in shock after surviving the sinking of the Titanic, and his memory of events may have been distorted as a result. It is well known that traumatic events can affect the way that people remember and recall events, and it is possible that Joughin's claim is a result of this. Regardless of the cause of the Titanic's sinking, there is no denying the impact that the disaster has had on history and popular culture. The story of the Titanic has been retold countless times in books, movies, and television shows, and it continues to captivate people's imaginations. The Titanic also had a significant impact on the shipping industry, leading to new safety regulations and procedures that are still in place today. The disaster served as a wake-up call to the world, highlighting the dangers of overconfidence and complacency. In conclusion, the theory that the Titanic was sunk by a U-boat is not supported by any credible evidence. It is far more likely that the ship was sunk as a result of colliding with an iceberg, as the official investigation concluded. While the story of the Titanic will continue to fascinate people for generations to come, it is important to remember the lessons that can be learned from the disaster. The tragedy serves as a reminder of the dangers of hubris and complacency and the importance of taking safety seriously. That's it, we've reached the end of the video. If you made it this far, you're one of the best people out there. Before you go, make sure to give us a like to let us know you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions that pop into your head in the middle of the night, feel free to leave them in the comments below so we can answer them for you.